I'd like to welcome the Taoiseach to the House. You have stated that as a result of Brexit that the EU needs to prepare for a united Ireland. And of course, the situation between the North and the South is severe as a result of Brexit and would be detrimental to both sides of the border if there isn't a good result for the UK, which would also lead to a positive result for Ireland. Because what people don't realise in many instances is that there are more border crossings between the North and the South of Ireland than there is between the EU and all the countries to the east of it, which is a border 10 times the size of the one between the North and the South of this island. 30,000 people a day commute between the North and the South every day, and 1 million litres of milk, 1 billion per annum, comes over and back across the border to be processed in both jurisdictions. And obviously the knock-on effect of a hard border or any restrictions on trade or on people will have a detrimental effect to the North and the South. But what is it that the Taoiseach's department are doing to ensure that not only are the EU prepared for the eventuality of a united Ireland, but also what are we doing? Now, the other issue that has been brought up today in relation to Shannon reform is in relation to the votes for Irish citizens living in the North and those overseas. The most fundamental right of any citizen of any state is the right to vote. And yet, 100 years after the proclamation, we still deny that right to so many people on this island, but also people who were born on this island and who now live in other countries. Imagine that we are nearly 190 years from Catholic emancipation. We are 98 years from giving women the right to vote, and yet we still deny votes to 1 in 3 citizens who were born on this island. Now, as part of the reform process, I think we need to extend the right to vote to citizens wherever they might live, who claim that they are part of the Irish nation. And finally, in relation to the Irish overseas and the diaspora, and I welcome the appointment of Billy Lawless as the diaspora senator in this House. I think of all the appointments you have made, Taoiseach, and you have made some great appointments, that one is an important one, because Billy will be able to speak for the Irish overseas in the United States and those throughout the world. And we produced the first policy paper by any political party in relation to the Irish overseas and the diaspora, which, when you consider how many years this state has been in existence, the fact that it took nearly 80 years for any political party to produce a policy paper specifically for the Irish overseas and the diaspora doesn't bode well in relation to our treatment of those. But not only for the undocumented over in the United States, but also one of the key areas of concern has to be the forgotten Irish over in England, who left this country in hard economic times, who worked hard, sent back money to their family and their friends and their relations, and who are now falling on hard times themselves. They are people we need to look after, Taoiseach, and I'd ask you to look after them. Thank you, Peter.